Good morning YouTube, my name is Yusuf and you're watching my news channel. Before I start, I have an announcement to make. You see, tomorrow, if everything goes well, I will bring in my laptop, and that's the only means for me to make videos for repair, because there's an issue with the battery that discharges too quickly. And despite having a warranty, MSI simply does not want to fix this problem. So I have to bring it in at the repair of laptops, a general repair store, and this could take a week or two before I get it back, depending on whether or not something has to be ordered, etc, etc. So there you have it. I won't be able to make videos until I get it back, unfortunately, but we'll see. I certainly hope I will get it as quickly as possible back from the store. So let's dig into the news. Today, everything looks normal. When we look at the solar wind, we are in a solar wind stream, a fast-moving solar wind stream that actually flows from a southern corner hole. Density remains steady, no fluctuations. When we look at the BZ component, we can observe the exact same situation. There was briefly a dip yesterday in the BZ component, and this actually sparked beautiful auroral activity, but now this has subsided. As you can see, it hovers around the neutral zone, sometimes positive, sometimes slightly negative, nothing major going on. However, when I checked the solar wind of previous days, I noticed something that happened actually yesterday. And it started around 1 a.m. in the morning yesterday. So this is actually weird to see this kind of fluctuation, but not reflecting in the BZ component. This means something happened with the particles themselves, but it's not related to the IMF. So magnetically, nothing happens with the magnetic field of the solar wind. But apparently there is something, and this is actually quite strange, because usually when you have such fluctuations, you can also see it in the phi angle and in the BZ component. So the solar wind didn't change from direction, neither did something happen with the field strength of the magnetic field of the solar wind, but something happens with the density, the speed to some extent, and most of all the temperature. That suddenly dropped. And at the same time, now this would just be an isolated case, so we wouldn't have any explanation for it other than just normal fluctuation. But when I checked the CME tracker, I noticed something, that a double CME happened on the sun, and I don't know whether this is related or not, but I find it personally very strange that at the almost exact moment when this happens, there is a double CME on the sun. And by that I mean a double almost symmetrical CME. You can actually almost draw a line over there. And now that we are talking about this, I also checked if it was actually Earth directed. I checked the L spiral, and other than the already incoming CME that will strike us with a glancing blow on the tomorrow at, let me see the timestamp, it is predicted at around 15 UTC. Tomorrow we will start to get a glancing blow from a CME that actually missed us, but we will nevertheless have a glancing blow. This particular double eruption is not visible in this particular simulation yet. Maybe it will be updated. However, I could find it on the Stereo A simulation from the NASA ISWA website. And as you can see, it happened it happened yesterday, and it will deliver a glancing blow. If you look here in this particular screen, it will definitely hit us, but we can also see it over here. When it actually comes, you will see a glancing blow, and it will actually interact with that density spiral. So we might have a very small co-rotating interaction region because of this, because I do see it sweep the particles a little bit on both sides. So we'll have to see if this will be geo-effective or not, but I found it actually interesting. And it will happen around the 26th, I believe, the impact itself. Let's see. So this is 24, 25, yes. 26, late 26, I would say, at the end of the day of the 26th, I believe that will be Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Friday. So at the end of Friday or the beginning of Saturday, we could have a glancing blow, at least according to this particular simulation. But take this with a grain of salt because it hasn't been confirmed in the Allen spiral yet. But yeah, this is actually interesting. I mean, look at this. You can almost draw a line from here to here. So this is a little bit strange. I have a little bit of theories myself. Maybe this was actually caused by a gamma ray burst that happened and it affected the solar wind briefly and the sun, of course, and caused this CME. Because the fluctuation happens first on the sun, actually. It happens first on the sun because a little bit earlier. So this CME happens first, and then we see actually the fluctuations a little bit later. See, this happens around here. This is when the CME happens, and then all of a sudden, a few minutes later, we have and half an hour later or so, this fluctuation starts. So yeah, something might have hit first the sun and then our planet, and it might have been a gamma ray burst that happened on the other side of the sun and then reached our planet half an hour later or so, 50 minutes later. So this might be one explanation. Maybe something is pulsating, a star, I don't know, an incoming object, who knows. But I found it really strange, so I wanted to show this. And actually, interestingly enough, a little bit later that day, a few hours later, there is a massive spike in the Schuman resonance. Now, whether this is related or not, I don't know. But this could actually be related. It's difficult to say because we are still in that solar wind stream flowing from that southern coronal hole. So this might actually be just a spike in intensity due to that ongoing solar wind stream. Now, if it happened at the exact moment of that double CME, I might have said, okay, chances are high that this is really related, but here it's difficult to say. The signature, however, is very, very, very intense. Also strange because it covers many frequencies and it is well defined. So this is clearly a pulse, something that happens almost over the entire band of the Schuman resonance. Because of that, it's more like a shock, a signature of a shock than anything else. So personally, I don't think this is caused by that ongoing solar wind stream because it's very, very stable. Nothing happens to the BZ component. Nothing happens to the density, to the speed, anything while this happens. This happens in normal conditions almost. So, yeah, this is kind of strange. And with this, we come to the end of the video. As usual, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget, tomorrow I will bring in my laptop for repair. So I won't be able to make any content. But I'll promise something. From the moment I get it back, I will be making videos again. That's a promise. So there you have it. Before I end this video, don't forget that you can find on my web links the webcams. When you go to geology blocks and you actually click on the middle one, webcams, ice and volcanoes live, you come to this particular screen, and if you click on the last one, the Galadingaladur volcano or area, you can actually see the volcano eruption in all its glory. And right now, there's actually snow. It's snowing over there, and you can see puffs and fumes going on. It's absolutely magnificent. So, there you have it. Oh yes, quote of the day. Before I end the video, as usual, I will cite a philosophical quote, and I do believe we arrived at number 28. Yes, he who doesn't find little enough will find nothing enough. This is so true, and I realized this a few years ago. So I was actually almost 10 years without a job, so I had to beg for money on the street like every person who doesn't have a single income. And then I realized something. All those people that have money that could just give, but they don't. Because for them, even if they do earn like thousands of 2,000 euros a month, even giving a coin feels heavy for them. So this means a person who is actually greedy will always be greedy. It doesn't matter how much he or she has. And look at all those billionaires around the world that have insane amount of money. They could help people that don't have money, charities, projects to feed the needy, but they don't. They just sit on a pile of money and only think about one thing: how to make more every day. So don't be greedy, people. Once in a while, help those that are poor. It's good for your soul. It's good for humanity. And with this, we end this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Just before I end it, let's take a look again. Isn't that beautiful? Really, such a beautiful sight. Okay, time to end it. I see you within a week or so. Take care, everyone.